The past perfect simple is had plus past participle, gone, seen, finished, etc. Sometimes we talk about something that happened in the past. Sarah arrived at the party. This is the starting point of the story. Then if we want to talk about things that happened before this time, we use the past perfect had. When Sarah arrived at the party, Paul had already gone home. Some more examples. When we got home last night, we found that somebody had broken into the flat. Karen didn't want to go to the cinema with us because she had already seen the movie. At first I thought I had done the right thing, but I soon realized that I had made a big mistake. The man sitting next to me on the plane was very nervous. He hadn't flown before, or he had never flown before. P. Compare the present perfect have seen, etc. And the past perfect had seen, etc. Present perfect, past perfect, have seen, had seen. Who is that woman? I have seen her before, but I can't remember where. I wasn't sure who she was. I had seen her before, but I couldn't remember where. We weren't hungry. We had just had lunch. We aren't hungry. We have just had lunch. We weren't hungry. We had just had lunch. The house is dirty. They haven't cleaned it for weeks. The house was dirty. They hadn't cleaned it for weeks. C. Compare the past simple, left, was, etc. and the past perfect, had, left, had been, etc. Was Tom there when you arrived? Yes, but he left soon afterward. Was Tom there when you arrived? No, he had already left. Kate wasn't at home when I phoned. She was at her mother's house. Kate had just gone home when I phoned. She had been at her mother's house. Exercises 15.1. Read the situation and write sentences from the words in brackets. 1. You went to Sue's house, but she wasn't there. She had gone out. 2. You went back to your hometown after many years. It wasn't the same as before. It changed a lot. 3. I invited Rachel to the party, but she couldn't come. She arranged to do something else. 4. You went to the cinema last night. You got to the cinema late. I offered Sue something to eat, but she wasn't hungry. She just had breakfast. (15.2) For each situation, write a sentence ending with never before use the verb in brackets. 1. The man sitting next to you on the plane was very nervous. It was his first flight. Fly, he had never flown before. 2. Somebody sang a song, I didn't know it, here I before. 3. Sam played tennis yesterday, he wasn't very good at it because it was his first game play. 4. Last year we went to Mexico, it was our first time there, we. 15.3. Use the sentences on the left to complete the paragraphs on the right. These sentences are in the order in which they happened. So A happened before B before C, etc. But your paragraph is with the underlined sentence, so sometimes you need the past perfect. 1. Somebody broke into the office during the night. We arrived at work in the morning. We called the police. We arrived at work in the morning and found that somebody had broken into the office during the night, so the police. 2. Laura went out this morning. I rang her doorbell. There was no answer. I went to Laura's house this morning and rang her doorbell, but no answer out. 3. Jim came back for holiday a few days ago. I met Jim a few days ago, just holiday, very well. I met him the same day. He looked very well. I met Jim a few days ago, just holiday, very well. 4. 4. Kevin sent Sally lots of emails. She never replied to them. Yesterday he got a phone call from her. He was very surprised. Yesterday Kevin from Sally very surprised. Lots of emails, but 15.4. Put the verb into the correct form. Past perfect I had done, and past simple I did. 1. Was Paul at the party when you arrived? No, he had gone go home. 2. I felt very tired when I go home, so I go straight to bed. 3. The house was very quiet when I got home. Everybody go to bed. 4. Sorry I made the car break down on my way here. 5. We were driving along the road when we see a car which breaks down, so we stop and go help. Using past perfect continuous I had been doing. Study this example situation. Yesterday morning got up and looked out of the window. The sun was shining, but the ground was very wet. It had been raining. It was not raining when I looked out of the window. The sun was shining, but it had been raining before. Had been ing is the past perfect continuous. I, we, you, they, he, she, it had been doing, working, playing, etc. Some more examples. When the boys came into the house, their clothes were dirty, their hair was untidy, and one of them had a black eye. They had been fighting. I was very tired when I got home. I had been hard all day. When I went to Madrid a few weeks ago, I stayed with a friend of mine. She had been living there very long, but she knew the city very well. B. You can say that something had been happening for a period of time before something else happened. We had been playing tennis for about half an hour when it started to rain heavily. Paul went to the doctor last Friday. He hadn't been feeling well for some time. He compared having ing present perfect continuous and had been ing past perfect continuous, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous. I have been ing, I had been ing, past now,